fantastic. This is GT racing right now.
He's got traction, he's going around the outside of both of them. Maloney!
Oh, he's taken Anderson. Anderson's up top here.
Oh my God! Big crash. Oh my goodness, half the field's going to get rolled.
Second very close. These guys are want to make their way through the field very quickly.
Oh, there we go.
Oh no! That's massive! This is it! This is over! I can't believe this! Oh my God!
God, what?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 6 of the V8 Supercar America series right here on Sim Speed. My name is JD Smith, and with me tonight is Kane Kraft as we bring you some intense V8 Supercar America's action. Kane, welcome to the broadcast tonight, buddy. How are you?
I'm excited as always for some Texas racing here at Circuit of the Americas. The same week we have F1 here in the real world racing. We got the V8 Supercars here on the simulator, and I think it's going to be fun.
That is correct. Yeah, that's a good point. Yes, we have F1 here in real world racing, and for our enjoyment tonight, we have our America's drivers here in Sim, and not only just here in Sim, but it is absolutely gorgeous weather in the Sim, so should be no issues there for our drivers. Let's look at this track map tonight, because we're not running the same configuration that the F1 drivers are. We'll be running the west layout of the Circuit of the Americas. Now, of course, you know this track not that old, just several years old. It's been a great track since its birth. There's 20 turns. It opened, you see, back in 2012. And just every time we go around this track, you're going to see different things. This track puts several different things from several known tracks around the world. It has some of the S features from Silverstone, and I could go through them all. I'm going to save us some time, but they put several different things from different tracks around the world and made Circuit of the Americas, and it's become a very unique track. And I think it's going to put together some decent racing for us tonight. So we'll look forward to some things happening here. And hopefully we have a great race. If you guys missed last week's insane action-packed, it was like an action-packed movie. Hopefully tonight we'll have some great racing again. But that was just intense is the word to describe last week. And here we are, week 6. We'll see if the guys continue.
Yeah, we're going to look for a pit window between 5 and 25 laps this week. The only track that in America that the V8 Supercars, real world V8 Supercars, have actually ran on.
Yeah, that is a good point, Kane. That, I believe, happened back in 2012 or 2013, if I'm not mistaken. And that was my actual first time in real world. I did not know what the V8 Supercars were until that race, and then I looked it up and started realizing what I had been missing, and the rest is history. Here we are today, and it is just an amazing motorsport. Let's take a look at the point standings right now after 5 rounds. You see at the top, it's Kenneth Latter with the most points. Has not been the most powerful driver on the broadcast races, but as you know, Kane, this series is an official series, and he has done very well on off-broadcast races. So that is good news for Kenneth Latter. Also up top, you see Brian Borg, Thomas Freeman, Alexander Van de Sant, and Ben Morris. If you're looking down in 6th place, it's Corey Shepard, as you know, who has been the man on this broadcast series. So we see just how the point values can vary. And just like last season, as we get closer to week 12, the point standings will start to change and get a little more accurate as we have the drop weeks to take into consideration.
That's true. Those drop weeks just make all the difference in the world. But we're halfway through the season at this point, so we should start seeing the points kind of show what's really going on.
On screen, there's a beautiful camera angle showing that S's section that I was mentioning just a moment ago that they did, borrow from Silverstone. We'll say inspired by, that's a good word. And that section, very tough section, especially for these heavy cars versus an open wheel car that'll be there this weekend in real world racing. So just a fun section to watch these guys. It is difficult section to get through and carry a lot of speed through. And with just a little over a minute left in qualifying, these guys are going to be pushing those laps, trying to get that pole position, which has been, in the history of this series, a very coveted spot as if you look at the record here, I don't know the exact number, Kane, but you know as well as I do, the percentage of the time that the pole sitter wins in this series is very high. So obviously we'll look to see who gets that crown position and wins tonight's pole award.
Yeah, a couple new faces in the server tonight that we haven't seen before, so that's good. Always good to see new faces. A lot of times that happens when we just get the one split, so welcome to the new drivers to this split.
And let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid for tonight's race. In the pole position, the spot's going to go to Corey Shepard, as he will take tonight's pole. As we look to the outside of the front row, it'll be Corey McFarlane. As we head back to row 2, it'll be Dylan Rudd and Wayne Bork. In row 3, it'll be Rian Leonich and Thomas Freeman. Moving back into the fourth row tonight, we have Sebastian Tixier and Adam Briggs. In row 5, it is Chasty, or James Chastanoff, and John Whitendorf. And then we move back to row 6. It'll be Jamie Dyke and Vincent Skilbeck. In the 7th row, it'll be Paul Young with Shane Clark to the outside. Row 8 will consist tonight of Renato Postigo and Tim Mulford, Robbie Bradbury and Darren Shannon in row 9. As we look back to row 10, it'll be Chad Williams and Roy Clark, Jason Fewens and Andrew Johnston in row 11. In the 12th row tonight, it'll be Adam Marinovich, and Jacob Falcon. In row 13, Nick Robinson and Kenneth Latter. Row 14 will be Simon Mazzomo and Keith Willer, with 15 consisting of Mark Turner and Scott McKenzie. All right, guys, they guys are getting gridded up. As the cars do fill those grid spots, we'll be ready to get going. Beautiful conditions for today's race. It's 71 degrees, 4 miles per hour wind speed, and the track temp right around 90 degrees. That ambient temperature at 71 degrees. Beautiful fall racing right here from Circuit of the Americas, right in Austin, Texas. And let's get ready to go racing. 29 laps right now, America's Series, week 6. Let's do this. I think we've got one car left to grid, maybe two, and we'll be looking for those lights to get illuminated and hear those engines rev.
Boy, Kenneth Latter ended up with a poor qualifying spot tonight, way back there in 26th.
Yeah, that's unusual for him to get back so far. We'll see if he's able to make that up. The revs are getting kicked. Let's get ready to warm these things up. We're green flag racing from Circuit of the Americas. Big run up the hill right now, coming into this very, very interesting turn 1 here. Very sharp, and so far everyone...
Oh, there's some cars around there. It looked like Chastanoff. Nope, his teammate.
And back up to the front right now, cars, everybody else. Vincent Skilbeck going to go side by side. He's working very hard to maintain that position, and he had to fall back there. Very good side-by-side battle between those guys, and the 10 car riding out as they were close to Willie Ben's machine right there. Look, as we see that 30 car of Andrew Johnston get turned back around right ways as he joins the rear of the field. We're going to have another run here in a minute. We got this great car as we look at the J.K. Signs Commodore right now as he looks to make a pass up here. We'll see if he can make it up into this top 3 run. Boy, lots of cars filing out here early. Lots happening. There's Simon Mazzomo on your screen. As you look ahead of them, there's two two-car battles side by side right now. And that is Kenneth Latter that we talked about just a moment ago. Look at the run he's had already, up to 19th after that 26th position start. Made up a lot of time in turn 1. And that is what you want to do here if you can. As we complete our first lap here at Circuit of the Americas, it is Corey Shepard leading the way. And then we have an insanely good battle for second place. There it is right now, the Racecraft machine on the outside winning a little heavy. We have a car running off track behind them. He came in a little too hot as he is going to have that Rian Leonich, I believe, and contact made right there beside him as we see Adam Briggs making contact. He's going to be okay, but is going to lose a little time. Through the S section here, we have some great onboard footage that shows you just how these gentlemen have to use every bit of the curbs here to get these heavy cars around this section. I told you it's a very difficult spot to get through fast. Here is the little straight. And like I said, I'm used to the full track, so this layout is a little bit different than the full Grand Prix circuit they typically run. Look at this out on the inside. We're going to have a run on Leonich. And let's see if he can find some daylight.
That's John Weindorf doing his best to try to get around Rian Leonich, and Rian's able to pull back away from him.
Yeah, Rian Leonich was able to get a little bit of breathing room there, and know he likes to have a little bit of breathing room in the Hydrographics Commodore. Up ahead of those guys, looking at the top 4 drivers right now, the battle for second place was heating up really good there with Corey McFarland holding off Dylan Rudd and Wayne Bork. Trouble out on the track, as you see on your screen right now as we pull up the VRS replay there. Let's see exactly what happened.
We're back live now. That was an incident. Who was that? It looked like Leonich. Oh, that was Robbie Bradbury, and who was he? Who was Tim Mulford? Is who was spun there. But those guys going back the right way now. Lost a couple positions.
Oh.
Bradbury back in the 24th position. Tim Mulford in 23rd.
Just looking at, I believe that was Kenneth Latter getting loose. Or I'm sorry, that was Adam Briggs. Adam Briggs, the other simrigs.com Mustang, and he's going to try to get right in there. Some rubbing contact, light contact made between both vehicles here. Look at this pass down on the inside. Beautifully done by the fishy net machine. Let's see if that's Jamie Dyke, if you see if he's able to hold that position. Very good pass there. While all this action's happening, Corey Shepard has done nothing but lead this race. He is breaking away from the front pack. He's got Corey McFarland in second, Dylan Rudd in third, and then Wayne Bork behind him. That is your front runners. Thomas Freeman kind of in that as well. And then, of course, it's Sebastian Tixier trying to hold off Rian Leonich. That is your front runners in this one right now.
That one, I think, is going to heat up to be one heck of a battle there for 6th.
Yes, I do believe you are right. And right now, looking at Jamie Dyke in the fishy Mustang. Like the chrome on that livery. The gold chrome, or I guess you just call it gold, but it's shiny.
It's shiny.
It's shiny. Got the shiny
Boy, he
fish.
is right there on Adam Briggs. Adam Briggs, typically one of the drivers you see up at the front. He is usually pretty fast. This track is super challenging. You wouldn't think this track would be as tough as it is, but all these sharp turns really make it tough.
I think it's got such a different, it's so different than a lot of the tracks the guys race on. It's a unique track, and this layout is unique as well. And it's a very challenging track. Like I said, when they created this track, they wanted to bring aspects from different circuits around the world. This track was built for Formula One. When they built this track, it was designed to be the United States Grand Prix track. And so it was made with open wheel in mind. And when you get these big heavy cars on here, it's tough. It is very challenging. And it's really, the guys have done fairly well since the drop of the green flag. Love the racecraft right there of McFarland. And, or is that...
I think that's Rudd.
Yeah, that's Dylan Rudd. My apologies. As Dylan Rudd, I love that highlighter yellow color on there. It looks very good.
those guys having a heck of a battle there for second. Wayne Burke right there in the mix as well, just waiting to see if just one of the other two mess up and he can get himself into second.
Uh-oh, a little bit of trouble for Adam Briggs just a second ago. He was up here battling for position, had a really good battle with Adam Briggs and Jamie Dyke, and I'm trying to see what happened, but it looks like, yeah, we're going to pull up a replay right now. As you see, Adam Briggs, he was up there fighting for position, and here you're going to see the move, the opportunity from Jamie Dyke in the fishy Mustang, and it looks like Briggs lost it. I thought there was
look
contact.
like he just the rear end just went out from under him, but maybe there was a little bit of net code there, but I don't think so. I think he just lost it.
Yeah, initially watching it live, I thought there was contact, but now watching the replay, it definitely looks like he just lost the back end. Look at this battle right now, door to door. Great battle right now. Classic Ford Holden battle. Simon Mazzomo and Renato Postigo racing down towards the line. Fantastic run up to turn one here. This is a great view to show you the undulation of this track. A lot of elevation change. One thing we did not mention in today's pre-race, this track has a lot of elevation change and something that the drivers really have to watch out for, especially turn one. Boy, look at these things fight these curbs. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Those three there just having a heck of a battle in their own right. Another 3-car. We got two good 3-car battles going on.
Boy, fun. Yeah, this is a fun little run here. And Jamie Dyke's got his hands full right now. He's got some pressure coming up behind him as the JK signs. Commodore pushing hard. Wayne Bork. And run through turn one as we go downhill. As we start to get into the S section, we're looking on back from Jamie Dyke onto Dylan Rudd. From Dylan Rudd. Now you're on board with Wayne Bork. I'll get it right in a minute.
I keep confusing the Jamie Dyke machine with the Dylan Rudd machine.
It's easy to do.
They're different. One of them's got the gold in it, but I don't know why. I just
look for that shiny fish, and you know that's the Jamie Dyke.
But he is right there with Chastanoff.
Yeah.
Chasty's pulling away now just a little bit, but good battle there. Vincent Skillbeck holding back just a little bit, just in case something happens maybe.
Yeah, I've been watching this James Chastanoff and Jamie Dyke battle starting here and just kind of keeping an eye on it. And right now the Emu Mustang has been able to maintain and hold off Jamie Dyke quite well, but we'll see if he's able to continue to do that. We are moving through this race pretty quickly. Noticing just a minute ago that already on lap number 8 of 29, we talked about just how open the pit window was tonight. So we'll be on the lookout for guys heading down pit road. Look at this pass down on the outside. Let's see if he can make anything happen. Wayne Bork looking for an opportunity, unfortunately was unable to be successful. But I like the attempt. Boy, look at the car get on 2 wheels.
What the heck is that curb even in there for? Like no big curb to that whole sharp turn, and then right in the middle of it, a big
boom,
like putting a ramp out there.
Yeah, these curbs are vicious, man. And you know these cars. Jason Fewens heading down pit road, by the way.
But, rough start for Jason Fewens. It started off in turn 1, got spun around, sent to the back, and just been battling his way back up through the field. 25th spot as he entered pit lane.
Look at Jamie Dyke getting all on the bumper of Chastity. He's working hard, and he's going to have a chance here. He's looking to the outside. I think that's more of a move to make Chastity try to think about blocking, because if he goes to the outside, he will duck back to the inside. But Chastity knows to stay on the race line. No problem right there. But this battle has definitely heated up, and I am looking for another passing opportunity at any moment's notice. Also,
pretty tough to pass here, apparently.
It is. It is some. There is some tough places. There's a few great passing opportunities, but you're seeing some great racing for these guys right now, and really watching as this battle heats up with James Chastanoff and Jamie Dyke. Look at Vincent Skilbeck. He's able to kind of close that gap. We saw him hanging back earlier, but he overran turn one a little bit there. He had gotten all the way up. Now we're going to go side by side. Jamie Dyke, the back end, stepped out on him. Got a little bit aggressive coming out. You saw that, just a flinch out of the back. He's going to have another passing opportunity, although I don't recommend doing it in the S-curves. And he doesn't. He's going to step back. But, man, I thought Jamie Dyke was going to have a pass on Chastity there, but I saw the back end. If you notice, he had a little bit of wheel spin there, and that little bit of wheel slip caused him to lose that pass. He is all over him. He's going to give it another go here in just a minute. Vincent Skilbeck was right behind him, and now I'm seeing the number 2 Simrigs.com Mustang has got up in that spot. So let me find out. We're going to look at the VRS replay here. And you're going to see Adam Briggs make his move on the Wheelie Bins Commodore. Let's see how he did it. Oh, beautiful. Open on the inside. He gets down here, takes it. And it looks like Skilbeck allows him to take it without contest. So that is
left him plenty of room.
Yeah, let him take that position and live to fight another day. So here comes the guys right now down towards the start-finish line to start a new lap. And we've got some really good racing.
Yeah, there's great battles
Look at
all
this,
over the place. Here goes the fishing machine in hard.
He went too hard, way too hard.
He might lose one.
And one thing we're not, the guys got to be careful with is grip. They keep overrunning these turns like this. They're going to start wearing their tires down really fast, and they're not going to be able to fight. I know they got pit stops coming up, but you got to be careful, and they got to keep that in mind too after their pit stop. You can really burn your rubber up here quick and lose all your grip. Boy, look at this. This is continuing to be great up here near the front. Wayne Burke and Dylan Rudd have been giving us a good show since the drop of the green flag, and here we are still going at it 10 laps later. Do want to take a time to say, if you guys do get a chance to check us out on YouTube, I'm looking at it right now as we look at Jamie Dyke heading down pit road. Make sure you guys give us a like and throw a comment in there, and we'll be checking it throughout the broadcast and see if you have any questions. I'll do the best to answer them. But we do want to thank you guys for coming and supporting these drivers, and they really appreciate it. I know there's a lot of great guys here on the track today. Have great race teams. They're just great fellows, and we appreciate your support. Look at Dylan Rudd here. Looking back from him, we've got this Wayne Burke. He is really trying to look for a passing opportunity. Look, he'll peek to the inside, peek to the outside, peek to the inside, peek to the outside. Here he is again, looking at the inside. Just insanely good onboard footage, or from onboard. Looking back, we want to thank Jay Kennedy for an amazing job, as he is the director of this broadcast. Does a phenomenal job bringing us these beautiful pictures. Ooh, Kane, I thought we were going to see
I
it.
did too.
I thought it was going to happen. Here's another one. This is James Chastanoff and Adam Briggs. Chassis got back up.
What happened to the fish machine? Oh, pit stops. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, there he is right there, and he went down pit road. So Jamie Dyke has pit. You see that right there? He is the lead car that is pitted. So keep that in mind. Look at this. Turn 1 is a huge passing opportunity. Probably the best passing opportunity on track. Look at this side by side going down towards the S's. This is fun. This is really fun. Kenneth Latter gets the better of it, but that was fun. Side by side racing, heading down towards the S curves. Beautiful.
That is going to move Kenneth Latter up into 12th.
Oh, here we go. Finally, Wayne Bork makes it happen on the inside. Oh, and contact is made. Oh, no, Dylan Rudd off into the grass. That is so unfortunate. He is able to rejoin the track. I don't know how he pulled that off. Great recovery from Dylan Rudd. Let's take a look at the VRS replay as soon as we can. That was insane recovery. Here you see Wayne Bork. He's been waiting to make that move, and he saw the opening right here on the inside, makes the move cleanly, and then there was some traffic down on the outside that got out, and then, oh, Dylan Rudd got into Wayne Bork, but look at the recovery here through the grass, slows it down, and was able to rejoin. I don't think the damage was too bad either. Great replay there to show you guys that. Fantastic job. Boy, we are closing in on the halfway mark. Another couple cars headed down pit road as we look at it. John Weitendorf headed down pit road, and behind him, that is Jacob Falcon. So guys are electing to come down pit road as we head towards the halfway mark. And we are seeing great passes, great racing all throughout this field. James Chastanoff trying to hold off Adam Briggs. We've seen these guys go a little bit back and forth, and behind them it is Vincent Skilbeck. Beautiful, man. Love watching these things hop these curves. Oh man, James Chastanoff is like, please just let me get a little breathing room. I just want to get a little bit of room. Look at this side-by-side action here, Kane. That's Wayne Bork and McFarland. So this is a battle for second place.
Yeah, Wayne waited all that time and to make a move. Now he's just trying to make his way right up through the field.
Yeah, this is fun. 3-car battle for second place, ultimately. What you're looking at here, heading down to start a new lap, and it's pit time. Thomas Freeman headed down pit road.
Yeah, Sebastian Tixier.
Big turn 1.
And James Chastanoff and Vincent Skilbeck have head down pit road.
Big turn 1. That is a huge passing opportunity. We've seen several passes in turn 1 today already. And as you see the big 3 here racing it out, battle for second. Look at pit road, very crowded right now. Vincent Skilbeck, as Kane mentioned, all these guys headed down pit road. Busy place.
Like, I guess that wasn't Skilbeck. Freeman, first car off.
Look at Skilbeck getting out in front of Chastanoff. Look at this, Rian Leonich holding off. He's got some cars behind him. That one of those is Jamie Dyke. He's on the outside. Got a good little thing going there. And back up to these guys. The battle for second place continues. And McFarland able to hold off Wayne Bork and the J.K. Sainz Commodore for now. And James Chastanoff tried to make a passing opportunity on Skilbeck, unsuccessful. So these guys are back at it. So Vincent Skilbeck able to move up past James Chastanoff in the pits. Made up that spot.
Wayne Burke and Dylan Rudd into the pits now.
Once we get
Skilbeck under serious pressure from those guys.
Yeah, he really is. Once we get all these pit stops cycled through, it'll give us a really good picture. Side by side right now, Vincent Skilbeck he has Tim Mulford outside of him, and just a moment ago, let's see, you have Skilbeck trying to come back though. Vincent trying to come back. And he's going to go side by side with Tim Mulford. I think he has a decent enough run.
I think he does.
And then look at this. We're going to go
Three
wide. 3 wide down into turn 1, which is the best passing opportunity on the track. And I think the advantage is going to go to the Emu Ford Mustang. And Chastity able to hold it for now. Let's see if he can maintain it. Skilbeck there as well. Oh, good racing. Good racing. Fantastic. Skilbeck going to go to the outside. No, he's going to tuck back in. Beautiful and a smart job to go ahead and live to fight another turn. Great racing between all 3 of these guys. Tim Mulford right there in the pack. He's still with these 2, hanging tight as he's hanging with Vincent Skilbeck and James Chastanoff. Do we have a car off track? We do. That is Scott McKenzie in the Kmart Commodore, as he is having a little more troubles for him. Trying to see what happened to Scott McKenzie. And he got off into the grass. It looks like he may have just lost it coming down into the turn. Got on the gas maybe a little too early. Oh, did get a little love tap. Sent him around. And he was tapped by Dylan Rudd. So Dylan Rudd coming through in the Racecraft Commodore. Sent him around.
Yeah, now he's got some pressure from a teammate. I'll find out who that is. Oh, different teams, same sponsor.
So yeah, we're hearing different teams.
That's Thomas Freeman.
Thomas Freeman. Of course, your leader of the race still Corey Shepard as we look onto this great battle. But look at Corey Shepard. He is back out in open track in the Mr. Antenna Mustang. And Kane, this is his Friday night thing. He gets in this open air and he's able to make it look easy.
As long as he can qualify on the pole, and it's been pretty much the case for everyone who's qualified on the pole and is able to get out in front right away. They're able to that clean air is just so beneficial.
I don't have the exact statistic for you, but let me tell you, the percentage is astronomically high. If you get the pole in this series, look at this down here. Got the Racecraft machine, Dylan Rudd, as he's moving up, slicing through these cars nicely. But once again, Kane, if you are able to get the pole, the chances of you winning the race are extremely high.
Renato is in the pits now. That just leaves two cars left to pit. Tim Mulford and our leader Corey Shepard are the only 2 cars that have not yet pit.
Boy, there's a lot of stuff on the track. Lots and lots and lots of stuff out here on tonight's track. So hearing that McFarlane has come out in front of Dylan Rudd, as you're seeing right here. Look at this. So Dylan Rudd gonna have to try to work to get that spot back. And look at this, already just 13 laps to go in this one. Man, this race is moving along nicely.
Our leader's in the pits.
There it is, your leader headed down pit road. And barring no troubles for him in the pits, you think everything would go nice. Look at this with Brian Leonich and Sebastian Tixier in the Racecraft Ford Mustang. Great race right here for 6th place. Sebastian not wanting to let up at all. He's got some pretty big damage on the driver's side of that Mustang. I don't know what it's from. It's got to be from earlier, but I'm just not picturing what happened to Sebastian's car. but it doesn't seem to be causing him any issue right now.
He might have been involved in that turn 1 incident at the very start of the race.
Could be. That does make sense as the guys come through turn 1 now. Just me, Kane, or is the racetrack not as sunny as it was at the start of the race?
Yeah, some clouds must have moved in because it is a little overcast now for sure.
Which should cool the track down a little bit and create a little more grip for the boys. Possibly. Now the sun's coming back up. Just because I said something, you know that.
Yep.
If I wouldn't have said anything, it'd still be overcast.
Man, some really good battles on the track. Kenneth Ladder is caught Vincent Skillbeck and trying to make up yet another position and move himself up into 11th. It's been a heck of a run
here
for
comes
Kenneth Ladder.
Leonich getting ready to make a move. He is wanting this spot. I thought he had a really good chance just a moment ago. He's hanging right in there as we look on board. And Rian Leonich, you see on the graphic there, started 5th, currently in 7th, and he could easily get back to 5th. I say easily, it's easier said than done. Oh, we got a car that ran hot, overran the turn, and these guys going to slide right by, but Leonich focusing very much on getting this spot back ahead of him.
His teammate in a battle as well. Back for the 13th spot, Tim Mulford, right on the bumper of James Chastanoff, having the exact same intensity of a battle as his teammate Leonich.
Here we go up into turn 1. And as we go to the down section here, I like how wide Chastanoff takes this turn too. I feel like he cuts it just right. He actually created a little space. And we'll go back to the battle with Rian Leonich as he continues to try to make this pass on Sebastian Tixier. Jamie Dyke in the picture as well, as you see the fishy Mustang right there in the picture as well. So he is in the hunt. We're sitting at 11 laps to go, guys. This has got to heat up. I'm going to check our YouTube here, see if we've had any comments there. Yeah, it looks like Brian Borg has been talking on the chat. We thank you, Brian. And Daniel Palomo as well. So, and you see, he was mentioning the same thing we mentioned, Kane. He's talking about the same layout that V8 Supercars used in Austin, in the Austin 400 back in 2013, as we mentioned in the pre-race. And I would love to see the Supercars come back to America. It doesn't necessarily have to be to COTA, but I would just love to see them come back to America. I feel like if they would just do one race a year here, it would do such wonders for the popularity.
Yeah, and that was the plan, at least for several years back then, but I think it cost so much to get all those cars over here that it just didn't quite pan out.
We could let them borrow a few stock cars from NASCAR. Look at this. Oh, big trouble.
Wreck.
Big trouble as gets sent around. That's Sebastian Tixier, who gets turned around by Rian Leonich, who gets into the back of the racecraft Mustang there. And that is so unfortunate. Let's take a look at the VRS replay here and watch as it unfolds. You see him right here, gets into the back. Let's see if we can get a better view. There we go. And look, Rian Leonich pressing, gets into the back. Great slow motion action there, so you can get a good slow-mo view, and the back end gets sent around. So unfortunate. Hated to see that. Oh,
Yeah, that's tough because it's a couple weeks in a row where he's had an incident like that, Leonich, but he's learning. I mean, he's a young driver that's learning, but that was definitely a tough one.
Yeah, and look at this. Skillbeck in danger of losing his spot. Kenneth Ladder to the outside. And Skillbeck able to hang on for now. You saw in the pre-race as well, Kenneth Ladder having loads of success on non-broadcast races. And tonight, looking fairly well. He did start all the way back in 26. He has to be the biggest mover of the race. Up to 12th position currently, so he has moved up through the field quite nicely, and right now working on Vincent Skillbeck in the wheelie bins Commodore. We'll see if he can make this pass. Once again, want to thank Jay Kennedy for an amazing job with these amazing views and graphics. He keeps us up to date, helps us out. Just a job well done, and wouldn't be possible without him. Boy, he is hanging right there with him. Just can't seem to get the mo he needs.
Sebastian Tixier under pressure from Whitendorf, side by side as they go into turn one.
Oh, it's going to be a good one.
I think Adam Briggs is there as well.
Yeah, Briggs coming up. He's going to follow and may lose 2 spots here. And that's what's not going to happen. Thought it was going to happen. Back up, looking at Kenneth Ladder. He makes the move around Vincent Skillbeck, and he'll look ahead now. As now we're looking at Dylan Rudd before we take a VRS replay. We're jumping all over the place here. I'm getting excited. There's Dylan Rudd. You see look at the wheel spin coming out of the turn here. Look at this. Looks like a drifting video. Look
Think
at
he saves it?
Oh, look at the save. He loses in a very valuable spot. Obviously, he was in a podium position.
Oh, a little contact there.
Contact. I did not know he made that contact with Thomas Freeman there. Very unfortunate, but that was that's 2 saves we've seen from Dylan Rudd in the grass.
Man, how about an onboard shot from Freeman to see how his steering wheel looks, because he got hit right in that wheel.
Boom!
It looked all right there.
No. He's that alignment shot. Yeah, it's gonna not be fun driving for him for a minute. And he's got 7 laps to go, and we see right now in the pits, you see it. So tough break there. Man, you hate to see that. Dang it. Boy, Whitendorf hanging on. Adam Briggs into simrigs.com. Mustang pressing on.
Just a few laps left to go here. We're already on lap 23. Adam Briggs really pressing hard on Whitendorf there for that 7th spot.
Yeah, he's got the number 2 Simrigs Ford Mustang pressing hard, and he wants this spot. He would love to get up into 7th place. There is 7 laps to go, so he knows time's starting to slip away. Got to get up, get the points. Every point counts. Every position matters. A lot of times we don't stress that enough on the broadcast, but these positions do matter. Thomas Freeman rejoining the track after that incident. Steering looking much better. Still not perfect. See how he handles the S-curves there, but here, taking a look at Wayne Bork and McFarland here, and you see Wayne Bork in the J.K. Signs Commodore.
Wayne Bork, a driver that has come so far since 5 years ago when we broadcast. He has gained so much speed since back then.
Since forever and an age ago, huh?
Yeah, I guess it makes perfect sense that you would get quite a bit faster in 5 years, but
yes.
Yeah, man, he has really moved his way up there to be a top-notch driver.
Oh, he's looking good tonight too, up in P2 and fighting to hang on. He's got McFarlane right there, but he looks comfortable, looks very calm. We saw him earlier. We got to see him on the other side of things, where we saw him trying to make the pass, and was able to do so. So he's got it where it counts. He looks good and comfortable here at COTA, and we'll see if he's able to maintain. There's only 5 laps left in this one, and the laps are going pretty fast here on a shorter layout. It's only a little over 2.5 miles per lap here at the west layout of Circuit of the Americas. So this race is ultimately very close to the end here. And
Boy, our leader is in the mix of a lot of lap traffic.
yeah, he is right in the heart of it, and that's very scary. We've seen how many times innocent drivers can get into some trouble, and he is still racing hard. Look at him; he's going to go on the inside right now, going to get around the Emu machine there. He wants to get back into clean air, and I don't blame him. But yeah, that's dangerous, man. You got a lot. We've had a lot of action in heavy traffic, and he doesn't want anything to affect this lead he has. He has such a great lead.
Now, most of these drivers very good about keeping an eye on their screen to see how far behind the drivers are and see that the leader's coming up behind them, and are pretty good about giving plenty of room. And most of them quite respectful, especially of the leader.
Oh yeah, it's just when you have a good battle going on like we're looking right now, and you're not necessarily thinking about somebody else. You're worried about the battle you're in. Somebody gets loose, gets in the grass, comes out, pacow, bam. What they say, Bob's your uncle. Boom, there's your race. So it's never intentional, and but it can happen. And it obviously makes the blood pressure raise up a little bit if you do have that lead and you have to go through some heavy lap traffic, especially late in the race.
Yeah, I'm sure his blood pressure's up there.
Let's see if we get a passing opportunity right here from the simrigs.com Mustang down the front stretch. I don't know if he got enough slipstream. In fact, he's out of it now, so I don't know if he's got enough. Look how wide it takes turn 1, and let's see. He's going to cross back to the inside, but not enough Gotta have that momentum. Ooh, for a second I thought he might give it a go, but once you get into the heart of these S's, there is no passing. You just have to hold that race line the best you can. We're going to go side by side with the JK Signs machine and McFarlane. Let's do this. That's Wayne Bork for second place, and he may lose it.
Yeah,
I
the
think
McKenzie
McFarlane's
machine.
got it. It's not over yet. It's definitely not over. As Wayne Bork back up into the spot, that was beautiful. Saw him hanging on for a thread, thought he had lost it, Kane, and he booted it right back up there and able to maintain P2 with 3 laps to go. What a job from Wayne Bork to hold on, but don't take anything away from McFarlane. He was right there giving it all.
Yeah, the McKenzie machine, he's getting in these later laps. He's got to give it a try.
Oh, it was a very good try. It was almost successful. In fact, it was successful. He was just unable to complete it or maintain the pass, as Wayne Bork was able to get a great run and able to retake that position before he fully lost it. And this isn't over. This is not over at all. With 3 laps left in this one, Wayne Bork has still got his hands full, and there's a lot of racing left. Still a lot of turns to go through. A lot can happen. Look at
Briggs
this.
made it side by side with Whitendorf into turn 1 and turn 2, but Whitendorf managed to hold on. Whitendorf holding off a hard charging Adam Briggs. That's a good job. That's tough to do.
He had a good little run there for a second. I thought he was going to get up there and make something happen. Oh, and it's the dual view. That way we can keep an eye on both of these battles. It looks like the battle on the right side of your screen is broken away a little bit as we see Wayne Bork get a little bit of breathing room. However, on the other end, Adam Briggs is right in the heat of it. as he is trying to get this spot. Boy, he's pushing. He is really pushing. It's one of them things, you can taste it, man. You're so close, yet so far away. And don't take your eyes off the leader. He has had a well of a race. He has made this look easy. As you see it right there, guys. Started from the pole, has led the entire way side by side. Adam Briggs down on the inside. Can he make it stick? I think he's got it. They're going to go door to door down towards the start-finish line. And here's the thing, Adam Briggs is going to have the inside line when they go up to turn 1. That could be what makes the pass happen. Let's see. Here it is, coming up the hill. He's going to have the inside run. How much room is he going to leave him? Just enough, but now the inside is reversed. Oh, what good racing. Somebody's going to have to recede into the S's. And it will be, or it won't be, Adam Briggs. Adam Briggs does complete the pass. Wow. Somebody had to give. I knew somebody was going to have to let up. You cannot go through those S's door to door. It's just not possible. I mean, somebody's going to lose the speed or they're going to wreck. So somebody had to lift. It was almost like a game of chicken. And oh, trouble. What a save. I saw the smoke come up as the KFC Mustang got smoky wheels and sideways, and we see Darren Shannon headed down pit road on the final lap. Boy, a lot going on here late in this race.
I wonder if that's a penalty. Maybe he's got enough.
Possibly. And while that's going on, watch the Mr. Antenna Mustang as the white flag is out. The checkers are waiting for Corey Shepard. All he has to do is keep it together for just a few more turns, and he brings this baby home for another V8's America's win right here on Sim Speed. It was a phenomenal race for him, and look at this, man. He deserves some camera time for his sponsor and him, man. That just a fantastic job. Making it look easy is tough, and he has done that week after week in this series, and that's great. I mean, you cannot fault the guy for being good. He has done a remarkable job in this series on broadcast races. He is there, and here you see him right now as he continues his march, and we'll just go ahead and call this one as our very own Mr. Antenna Mustang. Corey Shepard will win Circuit of the Americas in week 6. Beautiful job.
Well, Corey Shepard's another young one, I think, 16, 17 years old, and just having a heck of a season here.
Oh, remarkable. Wayne Bork, what a race. Started 4th, but fought valiantly, and he'll come across in the second step on that podium. A well-deserved run, and you see the McKenzie's Mustang coming across now in 3rd as McFarland will take 3rd. Boy, what a good run. Here comes James Chastanoff battling it up with Vincent Skillbeck as they coming around. That is the battle for 11th place on the final lap here. Let's see if Skillbeck has any last-minute tricks up his sleeve.
Man, how many great battles have we seen between these two drivers?
Just loaded. The field was loaded with great runs tonight. And it looks like Chastity's going to get the better of this one. But really a good race from both drivers. And as the guys do complete their final laps, we'll get ready to do our final rundown as you get a good look there of Corey Shepard in the Mr. Antenna Mustang as he celebrates his victory here at Circuit of the Americas. All right, with that, let's take a look at tonight's final results. Corey Shepard takes the victory here with Wayne Burke, and Corey McFarland is your podium. As we look back in 4th, it's Dylan Rudd and Jamie Dyke in 5th. Rian Leonich in 6th with Adam Briggs finishing in the 7th position. John Weitendorf will come across in 8th with 9th belonging to Kenneth Latter. Rounding out tonight's top 10 is James Chastanoff. Moving back into the 11th spot, it'll be the 12th car of Vincent Skillbeck with Paul Young taking 12th. Simon Mazzomo finishes 13th with Renato Postigo in 14th. 15th will go to Shane Clark. As we look back 16th through 20th, it is Sebastian Tixier, Tim Mulford, Robbie Bradbury, Rory Clark, and Chad Williams. And then as we look through 21 through 30, it is Darren Shannon, Thomas Freeman, Adam Marjanovic, Jason Fewen, Andrew Johnston, Scott McKenzie 26th, Jacob Fallon in 27th, Keith Wheeler 28th, 29th, Nick Robinson, and 30th, Mark Turner. So that is how we finish up here at Circuit of the Americas.